Hey everyone, it's Abir, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a project that completely transforms a space, choosing the perfect paint colors for your home. It might seem simple at first, but trust me, there's a bit more to it than just picking your favorite shade off the shelf. Picking the right paint can completely change the way a room feels. It's about creating a space that reflects your style and brings you joy. So whether you're tackling a complete makeover or just want to refresh a tired corner, I'm here to share some tried and true tips that Chip and I have learned over the years. Get ready to grab your paintbrushes and rollers because we're about to unlock the secrets to choosing paint colors like a pro. Let's get started. Before you even crack open a paint fan, let's talk about the mood you want to create in each room. Colors have this incredible ability to evoke feelings and set the tone for a space. Think about how you want to feel when you walk into a room. For instance, in a bedroom, you might crave a sense of calm and relaxation. Soft, muted tones like blues, greens, or even a gentle lavender can work wonders in creating that serene sanctuary. These colors actually have a calming effect on your mind and body, perfect for a good night's sleep. On the other hand, if you're tackling a living room or dining room, spaces where you entertain and socialize, you might want something a bit more vibrant and energetic. Warm yellows, lively oranges, or even a rich terracotta can really bring a sense of warmth and welcome to those gathering spaces. Remember, it's all about creating a space that reflects your personality and how you use the room, so take some time to think about the mood you want to evoke. Now that we've talked about the mood, let's think about the function of each room. Just like you wouldn't wear a ball gown to a backyard barbecue, you don't want to choose colors that clash with how a room is used. Take the kitchen, for example. It's often called the heart of the home, a place where meals are made and memories are shared. For this bustling space, you might consider brighter, more energetic hues. Warm yellows, for instance, can actually stimulate appetite and conversation. Bedrooms, as we touched on earlier, are all about rest and relaxation. So sticking with those calming, muted tones can really enhance the feeling of tranquility. Imagine sinking into a bed adorned with soft linens in a room painted a soothing shade of blue or green. Just the thought of it makes me want to curl up for a nap. And when it comes to bathrooms, our little oases for getting ready in the morning or unwinding after a long day, consider colors that evoke a sense of cleanliness and spa-like serenity. Light blues, soft greens, and even crisp whites can work beautifully in a bathroom setting. All right, friends, here's a crucial tip that can make or break your paint job. Understanding how lighting affects color. You see, the way a color looks on that little paint chip can drastically change depending on the light in your room. Natural light, the kind that streams in through your windows, will give you the truest representation of a color. So if you're lucky enough to have a room bathed in sunshine, take advantage of it. Hold those paint samples up to the window and observe how they look at different times of day. Artificial light, like your overhead lights or lamps, can cast a warm or cool glow, which can alter the way colors appear. For example, incandescent bulbs tend to bring out warmer tones, while fluorescent lights can cast a cooler, almost bluish tint. My best advice? Always, always, always test your paint colors in the actual room you'll be painting. Grab some large paint samples, brush them onto your walls, and live with them for a few days. Observe how the colors look in natural daylight, as well as under your artificial lighting. Now let's talk about color harmony, and for that, we turn to our trusty friend, the color wheel. Don't worry, you don't need to be an art school graduate to understand this. It's actually quite simple. Complementary colors sit opposite each other on the color wheel, like blue and orange or red and green. Using these pairings can create a dynamic, energetic feel, perfect for spaces where you want a little drama. Analogous colors sit next to each other on the color wheel, like blue and green or yellow and orange. These combinations tend to create a more harmonious, soothing feel, ideal for bedrooms or living areas. And then there's monochromatic, which involves using different shades and tones of the same color. This approach can create a very sophisticated and cohesive look. Don't be afraid to experiment and see what speaks to you. When it comes to designing a room, finding the right balance is key. And that's where the 60-30-10 rule comes in handy. This tried and true decorating principle helps you create a balanced and visually appealing space by guiding your color choices. Think of it like this: 60% of your room should be your dominant color, often used for the walls. This sets the overall tone for the space. Then 30% should be your secondary color, used for furniture, rugs, or maybe even an accent wall. It complements the dominant color and adds depth. Finally, 10% is your accent color, used in smaller doses for accessories, throw pillows, or artwork. This is where you can have a little fun and add pops of personality. For example, you could have a soft, neutral gray as your dominant color on the walls, 60%, a warm, earthy brown for your furniture, 30%, and then sprinkle in pops of vibrant blue in your throw pillows and artwork, 10%. I can't stress this enough. Never ever skip the swatch test. Those tiny paint chips can be deceiving, and what looks good under the fluorescent lights of the paint store might look completely different in your home. Once you've narrowed down your choices, grab some large paint samples and head home. Now, instead of just dabbing a little bit on the wall, I encourage you to paint large squares or rectangles. This will give you a much better sense of how the color will look on a larger scale. Live with those swatches for a few days and observe them at different times of the day. See how they look in natural light, artificial light, and even at night. You might be surprised at how much a color can change depending on the time of day. Chapter 7. Creating Flow, Connecting Your Spaces with Color. Now let's talk about flow, especially if you have an open floor plan where rooms seamlessly transition into one another. The last thing you want is for your home to feel choppy and disjointed. One way to create a sense of flow is by using a consistent color palette throughout your home. This doesn't mean every room has to be the same color, but choosing hues that complement each other can make a world of difference. For instance, you might choose a warm, neutral beige for your living room, and then use a slightly lighter shade of that same beige in the adjoining hallway. Or you could use a cool blue in your dining room, and then incorporate touches of that same blue in your kitchen through accessories or even painted furniture. Okay, we've talked about color, but now let's dive into another important aspect of paint, the finish. You see, the finish you choose can dramatically impact the overall look and feel of a room, not to mention its durability. Matte finishes are great for hiding imperfections on walls and ceilings, as they don't reflect much light. They create a beautiful, velvety look, but they can be a bit trickier to clean. Eggshell finishes offer a subtle sheen and are a popular choice for living rooms, dining rooms, and bedrooms. They're easier to clean than matte finishes and offer a nice balance between durability and elegance. Satin finishes have a slightly higher sheen than eggshell and are often used in kitchens, bathrooms, and even on trim. They're highly durable and easy to wipe clean. Semi-gloss finishes are even shinier and more durable, making them perfect for high-traffic areas like hallways, kids' rooms, and doors. They're also a great choice for furniture. Lastly, gloss finishes are the shiniest and most durable of all. They're typically used on trim, doors, and furniture, but they can also be used to create a dramatic statement on walls. Sometimes a room needs a little something extra to make it feel special, and that's where accent walls and focal points come in. An accent wall is a single wall painted a different color from the other walls in the room, instantly adding a pop of personality and visual interest. When choosing a color for your accent wall, consider the existing colors in the room and the mood you want to create. You can go for a bold, contrasting color for a dramatic effect, or choose a hue that's a few shades darker or lighter than the other walls for a more subtle look. Focal points, like a fireplace or a piece of artwork, can also benefit from a little color. Painting the wall behind a fireplace a different color can really make it stand out, while highlighting a favorite piece of artwork with a contrasting background can make it feel like a gallery-worthy display. Feeling stuck? Don't worry, inspiration is everywhere. Start by flipping through design magazines, browsing Pinterest boards, or exploring home decor blogs. Pay attention to color combinations that catch your eye and try to envision them in your own home. Don't forget to look around your own home for inspiration. Do you have a favorite piece of artwork, a colorful rug, or even a beloved throw pillow with a pattern you adore? These can all serve as starting points for your color palette. Remember, choosing paint colors for your home should be a fun and creative process. Don't be afraid to experiment, trust your gut, and most importantly, choose colors that bring you joy. And there you have it. I hope these tips give you the confidence to tackle your next painting project like a pro. Remember, your home should be a reflection of you, so embrace your style, trust your instincts, And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more design inspiration and DIY projects. And don't forget to share your amazing paint transformations with me on social media. I can't wait to see what you create. Until next time, happy painting!